Hello there trainers, greetings, KuroBlitz here and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss what we were given in the Pokemon Presents presentation. We got a lot of things, including the reveal of, Pokemon Sleep, as well as updates for Unite and Go and Cafe Remix and all of that usual shebang. We even got a Netflix series announced that's going to be stop motion called Pokemon Concierge about a guy named Haru that's going to be in the Pokemon Resort. So at least it's not live action, so I'm happy for it. However, without further ado, let me bestow upon you the news of the Scarlet and Violet DLC. For starters, we got the Paradox Suicune and the Paradox Virizion, who are going to be 5-star raids until March 12th, and they are not going to be version exclusives from what it seems. Paradox Suicune it's called Walking Wake, while Paradox Virizion it's called Iron Leaves. Personally, I like the shiny more because it's silver, but we can see a lot from the other beasts in their elements as well. Iron Leaves can, use their projectiles as 3 swords, so we get, Cobalion and Terrakion as well. While Walking Wake, it can also learn fire moves, and it can learn, electric moves via level up and via TMs as well. I am actually surprised that Walking Wake, it's Water Dragon. I was expecting it to be Ghost because of the Resurrection Beast, or Flying because of the North Wind. People are saying that, how is this Suicune even existing, because Suicune is 150 years old and this one it's over 200. Guys, it's a paradox, it's imaginary. This was created thanks to the imagination of people. If you play Scarlet and Violet enough, you will know it. And I'm very happy that Pokemon Journeys actually hinted at this with the chasers of Go and Tokyo, or Go and Horus if you want to go with the localization and the dub. But yeah, it's very cool. And Tokyo is a chaser of Celebi that's, psychic and grass type. And Iron Leaves, it's grass psychic, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, when it comes to, their depictions, they are not the same that we see in the Scarlet and Violet books, and that's for a solid reason. In every bestiary, in whatever book you have, what it's drawn, it's not the things that, we see, or it's even depicted 100% accurate, because, they are moving. It's very difficult to sketch something that's moving, right? Even Orange Islands show that with Tracy. It's very difficult to, pinpoint it out. And they are imaginary Pokemon. This is just an artist rendition. It's not a photography or an illustration encyclopedia like the Pokédex is, right? However, without further ado, let's go with the actual DLC information. This is just raids that we got after today, and if you buy the DLC, that's $35. We are going to get 2 waves on fall and winter of this year. So around August, September, and maybe November, December, around those times. And if you purchase it until Halloween, until October 31st, you can get a Hisuian Zoroark that has the Dark Terra. Now for the actual DLC, we get 2 waves. The first wave, it's going to be called the Teal Mask. As you can see from here, it's going to be a festival of some sorts with, some Japanese inspirations, which makes sense. Scarlet and Violet takes place in a school and in an academy, and what do you have in several, anime arcs when it comes to school? You have festivals. You have the sports festival that's in May, you have the summer festival that's in August, and you have the cultural festival that's in November. This is an amalgamation of everything. You can notice the lamps with the symbols of the types and whatever, and even those 3 creatures, they have, the colors of the starters, so maybe they are going to be our Cubfu, but I want to discuss some later on, because there is something extremely interesting when it comes to these 2 new characters. They are going to be, the Clara and Avery of, this story. So the girl, it's named Carmen, and her younger brother, it's named Kieran, and apparently they live in this province that it's called the Kitakami, province or area or whatever. It's not a region, I want to point that out later on. But their uniforms where they live, they are extremely similar to the Diamond and Pearl clan uniforms that Araman and Irida have. So since they are brothers, it's very possible that Araman and Irida got together and this is, their offspring, it's their descendants. So good for them, I suppose. Hisui united in the DLC. Now when it comes to the inspiration of this DLC, it's the legend of Momotaro, the kid that was, born in a peach. So we have oranges and grapes, right? With Naranja and Uven Academy, now we have Peach. And we are going to get, this little Pokemon called Ogerpon. And the legend of Momotaro, it's a kid that united with a monkey, a dog, and a pheasant to go to Onigashima, the island of demons, to, defeat this ogre. And that's where the other 3 Pokemon are. We have Monkey Doki, we have Pheasantipity, and we have Onidogi. They are extremely Japanese names. And they are the colors of, the starters, but we don't know if they are the types of the starters. One thing that, it's very clear that we can see is that, they have this little beads or whatever, and they have like 1, 2, and 3 rings respectively. So there's that. We have the monkey, we have the pheasant, and we have the dog. And the dog is bipedal from what it seems, so there's that. And we have, this little ogre thingy that it's very similar to, Majora's Mask or whatever. It's the Teal Mask after all. And I would not be surprised if this is like, a third version of, Charcadet, but instead of evolving with an armor, it evolves with a mask. I think it would be a very cool twist to have like, a fire type that's green colored. So there's that. When it comes to their inspirations, they are based on the Kirich. Kirich, it's basically a ritualistic deity from, Mardi Gras in North Portugal, and I'm from this country, so I know my lore. And it's just a Mardi Gras or Carnival celebration, so it's basically that. It's a deity from rituals and whatever. And from what it seems like this DLC, instead of giving us legendaries and mythicals via events, they are actually going to make a story out of it. So it's basically what movie 23 did with Sarut, but since we don't have movies anymore, it's very clear that, the DLC are trying to mitigate the existence of movies by making a story. So it goes. Now, when it comes to Kitakami, the name of this region, it's very clear that maybe when it comes to, location, it's going to be on the northeast of Paldea, where people wanted it to be Kalos. And the map kind of looks like, the Occitania province, right? Southern France or whatever. Because we see like, Menhirs in Route 10, like by the west, and we have like mountains of snow, could be the Frost Cavern, but it's not Kalos. They are using, they are using a place within the mountains, and people live in these mountains. They are using a Japanese place and porting it to, the Pyrenean mountain range. So I think that's pretty cool. When it comes to the name, Kitakami, it comes from Kami, God. Kita means north, but it also means, field of trees. So the legendary that's going to be Ogerpon, it's going to be the god of the field of trees, or you can just call this province, the Divine North, if you will. But that's for the first wave of the DLC. When it comes to the second wave, and this is the interesting part, we are going to get the Blueberry Academy. And the Blueberry Academy, it's most likely going to be, in the Baleares, not Madeira or Açores, because that's Portugal. It's most likely going to be a Baleares situation, similar to the Isle of Armor. It was the Isle of Man. It's not Ireland, guys. So, yeah, this is going to be, a very battle-oriented situation. It's most likely our battle facility or battle frontier. It's going to be, deep within the ocean. So we are going to get like a battle aquarium of sorts where we have to use dive. For the whole of the theorists that were trying to, see Atlantis rumors, because that's the Scarlet and Violet was called Project Atlantis. It's because of this, right? And the Blueberry Academy, we have, some unique characters and some unique designs. We are going to change uniforms, and honestly, I'm down for it. I'm extremely skeptical because when we do the champion assessment, Rika does ask you about the other academies, and she asks you about Manzana, that's apple. We do see apples in the trailer, but that's for the part of the first wave of the DLC. So I would not be surprised if, in Kitakami, where Carmen and Kieran are from, maybe they attend Blueberry because because there isn't a school there, or maybe there's a school in development, kind of like a minor league gym from Sword and Shield. So maybe the academy does exist, but it's just a minor dojo or a shrine, so it's not an official school yet, but they do have awareness of it. I don't know. But yeah, we are going to most likely the Beliaris archipelago. Now, continuing on, we got the reveal of the Disk Pokemon, the third legendary, and this one, it's called Terrapagos. From Terra, of Terrastol, or Marvel in Greek, and Pagos from Galapagos, right? The Galapagos Island, where we have several tortoises, right? We have several tortoises, so this is the way to go. And the symbol in the middle, it's the symbol for, the colorless in the TCG. So basically normal and flying mons. I don't know if this mon is going to be normal. I doubt, because the Paradoxes have Dragon and Psychic as their secondaries, and they are the most mystical and magical types. When it comes to the characters, we have two new characters, a girl that's, We do see other characters. Apparently this guy and this woman are going to be the reverse of Namona and Clavel. They are going to be the A-star of this school and the principal of this school, so they just flip genders to make new characters, which I'm fine with, honestly. Now, when it comes to Terrapagos, it's very clear that, in the anime, Liko, she has this little necklace that's, the symbol of Terrapagos. So maybe Liko in the anime, it's already a DLC character. Maybe she studies in Blueberry as an exchange student like you do in the games, or she's a student there from the get-go. We don't know, but it's going to be super interesting. Maybe her necklace, it's like a Zygarde core. She needs to battle Terramons and get energy to unleash this mon. I don't know. It's going to be interesting if it is. But yeah, now we have this, it's a tortoise. So tortoises, they go by the ocean, and the academy, it's in the middle of the ocean. Maybe the disc, the giant disc, it's the academy itself, like, beneath the sea or whatever. So I want to see where they go with it, and I want to see what they can do with these new sibling pairs, so I think they're going to be interesting. When it comes to the anime, TPCI revealed Freed, right, and his Amber color, the middle of Scarlet and Violet, but they didn't make Amber a color. They went with Teal and Indigo for whatever reason, but the sky's the limit, I guess. So the anime is going to take liberties and make their own plot, which I'm fine with. And speaking of the sky being the limit, 2 years ago I did a video that I wanted for the Galarian birds to go to the Galar rivals in an Operation Tempest 2 kind of situation in the Crown Tundra. And look and behold, Master ZX did it. It takes the spin-off to actually do some good writing. So DNA, if you are hiring, contact me, please. But yeah, well, that's about it, trainers. I hope that you guys like, this research and dissection when it comes to, the news for the Scarlet and Violet DLC. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate it for the support. Thank you. Have an amazing journey, and KuroBlitz out.